What's going on, guys? Victor here from Dexter Outdoors. Today we're going to show you how to fillet up this beautiful fish known as a yellowtail. And in today's fillet demo, I'm going to be using our 8-inch sport fish knife. Perfect knife for a fish like this. Now the very first thing I'm going to do is, as with any fish, I kind of like to feel around to where the soft part of the head meat ends. And I will start my cut right here. So it ends right about there. I'll start my cut, work around and around the pec fin, down to the belly. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another cut right here by the tail. And I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to go from the tail to the head. I get my knife on the fish's spine and we're going to just make a real superficial cut to outline our yellowtail. So on the spine, working from the tail to the head. On the spine, working up. All the way until we get to the fish's backbone, which is that bone right in the center. You guys can hear it. When your knife stops like that, that means you are on the fish's backbone. Now what I like to do is I'm going to flip this fish around. Now this fish has already been gutted, so that's why it looks like this. What I'm going to do is, right here by the anal fin, I'm going to get on the fish's spine and separate the bottom half of this yellow tail. And you're kind of working in a ghost area right here, but basically what you want to do is you want to meet the backbone from the inside of the cavity and kind of separate right here. Now basically what we've done is we have separated the top half and the bottom half all the way up to the backbone of the fish. Now we're just going to separate the meat right here on top of the backbone. And so this is what your yellowtail looks like. Some people, what they'll do is they'll skip over this rib cage and go down to the anal fin. I didn't do that. I got the entire fillet off, and you guys see here's your top loin, here's your bottom loin, and then here's that backbone right there. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Down towards the head, around the pec fin, down to the belly. We can start on this side first. We'll go make our first tail cut right here on the spine. Just making our first initial outline. Working from the tail to the head, our knife on the spine. Basically all I'm doing is, on both sides, is I just want to get my fillet freed up until I get to the fish's backbone, which is this center bone right here. Right now I'm just going over this yellowtail's rib cage. And there you have it. There's the other half of your yellowtail. Instead of skinning this fish and having a giant fillet to skin, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the bloodline. So I'm going to go on one side of the bloodline. This is all personal preference, but I find that you have a much better product when you remove the bloodline. So I'm going all the way through the skin. So now I've separated into two separate loins. This is your top loin. Look at that gorgeous piece of fish. And now we're going to do the bottom loin. Go on this side of the bloodline. And this is why I take it out. You guys see that this is that real gamey stuff. You see all that? Now, another thing you can do to make skinning a lot easier is, since you don't need a giant fillet, you could cut this in half once again. And now you can skin two separate things instead of one. I actually prefer a little bit of a more narrow knife. This is an 8-inch Dexter flexible fillet. I'm going to start right here by the tail and work my way up towards the head, making sure that I do not pierce through the skin. Okay, and there you have it. Now the last thing I'm going to do is this stuff. This is the gamier part of the fish. I'm going to just trim it away. It's personal preference. Some people really like that flavor. And you can certainly get more liberal with the skinning and leave a little bit more meat on. But I prefer to take this off. It's kind of like the dark red meat in a tuna. I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's fillet demo. If you guys are interested in the knives we used today, I'm going to have them linked below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.